Let we shall chant mantra Om 3 times so together. Om. Om Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutram Hasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvara Gururatmeti Murtineda Vibhagi Himavad Vyaptadehaya Sirachina Murtaye Namaha. Om Namah Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartibhyo Vasarisibhyo Namo Gurubhya Sarvo Plavarahitah Pragyanaghanaha Pratagartho Brahmevahamasmi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurubhyo Namah. Om Ganganapataye Namah. Om Saraswataye Namah. Om Kling Kalikaya Namah. Om Kling Madrakali Namah. Om Nandagaya Namah. Om Hrim Namah Shivaya. Hari. So today also we'll keep continuing the third chapter of the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Vibhuti-Pak, Yoga for fruits or the Yoga of obstacles. You can take 2 minutes. We have been studying the Anti-Sutra number, the third chapter 5. But today's subject is what is Samadhi or how to attend the Samadhi. And what are the methods of the Samadhi. I write it's the methods of the Samadhi. And those who are today in this platform, like Atmananda, Yogananda, Uri Pascal, and even Maitri, the Mariana, you know a lot of you. You know also many things about as a yoga teacher. And you have been teaching long time, studies long time. And same time leading your family life, continuing your social life, samsara. But you know that some days before or yesterday I said that once of Atmajnana, it means you are experiencing the pure love. And when leading the material life, the munda life, the life of this samsara, still you can also continue the flow of your love. As per their own consciousness, you can serve with love to your wife, to your beloveds, to your children, to your boss, to your students, to your masters, so on, as per their consciousness. So, but how to attain this Atmajnana? So we have been studying Desabandha Chittasya Dharana. Desabandha Chittasya Dharana. That we have been studying. So, how to actually attain this? How to attend this. So that is one of the difficult parts to understand. To understand. It is very simple. It is very simple to say, meditate and enter into samadhi. But what are the methods of the meditations? And what are methods of the samadhi? I think also most of the time, there's many methods to have concentration, dharana, also dhyana and samadhi. That we have been talking many times. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi, the sayana, the sanjam, our mastery of the dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. That is sanjam, master of your own self. And you do many kind of practice, right? You do many kind of practice. But why you are very far from the samadhi? What are the obstacles? What are the difficulties? And being a yogi, myself, walking in this path consciously, I left the home consciously more than 30 years. And I don't know how many lives I led walking in this path. But how to practice this samadhi, how to practice dhyana? Is it the techniques are alone enough to have concentration of mind? Techniques are always there. Somebody say that simply chant mantra Om, you will develop the concentration of mind. The pranava mantra Om, that help you in order to understand the Ishvara, and Ishvara itself the Om. By chanting Om, one can experience the transcendental consciousness, samadhi. So this is one method. There's a techniques. We practice Ishta mantra, chanting Ram, 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 like Valmiki Rishi. You enter into samadhi, get in the Brahmanya. That are the methods. Swami Siva says, chant Om, 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 Om. You chant mantra Om, enter into samadhi. Somebody chant Om Namah Shivaya. Only Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Then person enter into Shivaloka and experience the unconscious. This is also method. Somebody say that let practice Tantra, Parasakti, Aradhana of the Parasakti, Sakti Puja, Sakti Sadhana. So let's say Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Or maybe chant this mantra. It is also helpful into Samadhi, Atmajnana. It is also methods. Somebody say, no, you have to practice Yoga. It is a method to enter into Atmajnana. This is also methods. Somebody say, no, you have to meditate on Sriyantra, Sri Vidyas. That is also method to experience, to attain the Parasakti. And so, sorry for the interruptions. Will happen today. Not very good line. So we have many methods. We have many methods in order to practice samadhi. But it's very important. The techniques is the methods can help to us to attain samadhi, and we do practice actually. You chanting mantras, you do meditate on breath, you meditate mantra Om, and you do Kriya Yoga, you do Chakra Yoga, so many Yoga, Raj Yoga, so many yogas. That is all our methods in order to attain samadhi. But it is very important do we continue the methods in order to attain samadhi? Most of the times we have so difficult even meditate or to follow the methods, but then how to attain samadhi. So we need to have proper understandings. We need so now will be better, I think. So there is many kind of methods. So everyone can hear me now?
Yes. Can you
Yes,
hear?
It's better. It's
much better.
now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. Good then. So the important thing is what I'm speaking today, Dharana Dhyana Samadhi, is not about intellectual. Therefore, what I have been experienced and try to share with all of you. Actually, not very easy to meditate. Even have the all techniques, all methods. The secrets method the secrets method is to content. Most of the time we have so many doubts about the techniques, the methods to attain samadhi. So it's very important to trust the techniques, trust the master, the guru, whom you receive the techniques and methods. So the two things are there. It's very important to trust the techniques, the methods, and same time, whom you receive the techniques. Same time, you need to keep a continuity of the practice. You need to keep believing yourself. You are walking the right path. And another thing is to be content. Most of the time, due to our personal agenda, personal aspirations, personal expectations, it does not help us to meditate or to develop. It does not for the dharana, dhyana, and some personal expectations, personal agenda, personal wishes. And you must be clear. When you do dhyana, when you entering into dhyana, so what happens? It's not going to fulfill all your desires or the wishes. Therefore, even we have the techniques in order to attain samadhi, the methods, but our own viveka, the chitta, the breathings, it does not allow in order to dhyana. It does not allow to have the concentration minds. Then it's not possible. Even all the methods are there, all techniques are there, it's not possible to attain samadhi. So what are the secrets of the samadhi? What are the secrets and method of the samadhi? Is the clarity of the minds, clarity of the chitta. If you have no chitta suddhi, it does not help, nothing. Sometimes you do asana practice, right? You do asana practice. And see, if you know the all asanas, sometimes you have problems. Sometimes you have problems. If you can do the Surya Namaskar, you will be alright, you will be healthy, you will have the good appetite. And you check yourself, even as a yoga teacher, you may yoga teacher for 30 years, for 20 years, for 10 years. You will not allow yourself to do Surya Namaskar. Your mind will not allow, your emotions will not allow, nothing. And you will not do Surya Namaskar, although you know. Similarly, and you know there is many techniques, many methods to practice to attain samadhi, but we will not practice. Our viveka, our chitta, the breath our mind will not allow. It's not allowed. So it's not allowed. So the best to enter into samadhi, you have to have a clarity of the mind, clarity of the chitta, clarity of the viveka. So therefore, awakening viveka is very important, and the secrets, methods of the samadhi. And you see that you practice so many years yoga, and you practice, and you're doing meditation so many years. But where there is no result of samadhi. There is no results of the attainment of the Atman-jnana. There are no results of the attainment, the pure love, to experience pure love. Attainment of the Atman-jnana means a person entering and experience the pure love. And that love is helping us, the pure love helping us to serve better in our life. So, and once we experience the pure love within yourself, naturally you can lead in the life of love. It's not matter what you do. Whatever you do in the social life, you will be served better and better and better. Because love is the very important. Without love, whatever you serve is useless. So therefore, in the mundane life, in the samsaric life, it's not possible, because without love, everything looks negative, everything looks wrong. So therefore, in your samsaric life, in the mundane life, in the social life, we are not very happy, we are not very peaceful. So through love, when you serve, and everything will be nectar. There is no place of negativity. There is no place of raga and dvesa. So, to attain samadhi, we need also positive understandings, positive attitude towards our own practice, and positive ethics. So now you have to be very clear. There are so many methods and techniques are available. Why I'm not attending at the final samadhi? Why not eat and attend the Atma-jnana? Still, I'm struggling. My mind is scattered. My mind is one time constant, other time not. My mind became restless, and I became miserable, and everything have doubts, confusions. So logical mind, once again, it does not have what in samadhi. So logical mind need proper chitta purification, viveka. Then so we need transparent minds, the conscious minds, the purity of the mind, the mind of a surrender, the mind of dedication to God, to Almighty, and to Guru. So this is another secrets, methods in order to attain samadhi. Then we are going to study Sutra number 6, third chapter of the Patanjali Sutras. Tasya bhumisu bini yoga. Tasya bhumisu bini yoga. Tasya, of that, bhumisu, in the subtle states. Bini yoga, application. That the light of higher consciousness should be applied to different finer state of the consciousness. If you attain the sayama, that sayama leads to you to higher, that sayama leads to the experience, the higher consciousness. What is called sayama? When you have mastered the dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. And when you have mastered the dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, that is sayama. When you put together three things called sayama, sanjam, control of yourself, then you are going to experience the higher consciousness. Then hereafter the word sayam will be used for dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Sayam should be practiced on the different objects. They are the final state of the consciousness called bhumi. Bhumi means base. In other words, or the bhumi means the subtle state of the consciousness. They are the final states of the consciousness called bhumi, in final, clear, clarity. In other words, they are the states of a vitarka, vichara, ananda, and asmita. This application of sayam to the final states must be done not only in the state of samadhi, but in all state of sati. This application is a very difficult process. The application of sayam to the final state must be done not only in the state of samadhi, but in all state of sati. It means we need the clarity of the consciousness. We need every kind of sadhana. We need dharana, we need dhyana and samadhi, all kind of a state of the sadhanas. This application is a very difficult process. Supposing a scientist takes up a particular problem, belonging to the world of senses, thinks about in all states during his work. There is a continuous and intense thinking and awareness. This is a kind of a sayam through which he comes to know the truth lying behind that problem. It reveals itself to him in his deep state of absorption. He contemplates on that truth and further comes to know a still deeper truth. He takes that up and gives up the earlier one, then he thinks of nothing else. Ultimately, he comes to a basis fact which is revealed to him in the third stage. Similarly, a sannyasi, a monk, or a student of yoga practices, survey the past of the gross object and slowly goes to the basic foundation of the problems. So, being a student of yoga, being a sannyasi, so you have to have certain control of your own self. Minimum dharana. You need minimum dhyana. You need to have strategies of the mind. Strategies you need. Some kind of spiritual strategy you need in order to develop concentration. Like you study systematic asanas in order to develop concentration of the mind. That was strategy. You practice pranayama, systematic. You practice kriya yoga, systematic. You practice chakra, systematic. It is called strategy. Similarly, when you walk a long time in the spiritual path, you need to have proper strategies, proper programs. And whatever problems comes on the way, you'll overcome. Otherwise, you are involved with the problems, then you are become trapped. Then no more you are walking the spiritual path. Very difficult. When a new idea, a new truth reveals itself, he catches hold of it and goes to a still final, still deeper truth. Ultimately, he comes behind the name and form. He comes face to face with the basic reality of truth. This is called application of a Shayana. The same, the sanjam may be practiced on an individual or a things or its qualities and then on the underlying principles. Thus, there is application same to gross and subtle states. Then after that they practice, these are three attention. So what is that action? So the three are the internal, the dharana, dhyana and sama. You say trayam antarangam kurvedya. Trayam means three together internal in relation to the previous. So three things that are internal. What is that? Dharana, dhyana and sama. Compared to the first 5 parts of yoga. That is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, and pratyaha. This is the 5. And then dharana, dhyana, samadhi is more internal. Yama and niyama is the moral disciplines. When asana, pranayama, pratyaha. And it is a emotional, how to overmaster your emotions, passions, breaths. Sthiram sukham asanam. Pranayam. So you are overmaster the pranas, then pratyaha, and deal with all breaths. And dharana, dhyana, samadhi brings inner discipline of the life, and that is minimum we need. And without dharana, dhyana, there is no sannyas. So we can't say that you are a yogic student. The previous 5 parts belongs to the realm of buddhi. Character, habits, manners, mind, sense, organs, and prana. They belong to the annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, and manamaya kosha. What is that? Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, and pratyaha. All are related to the annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, and manamaya kosha. Therefore, they are called the external parts or outward parts. Bahirana, they belong to the external world. It's called bahirana. What is the antaranga? Antaranga is the dharana, dhyana, samadhi, interword, internal. Antaranga means internal, invert it, how to introvert it, how to look within, how to have self-analysis, how to have atma-chintana. When you are standing at the threshold of the door, you are aware of both the outside and the inside. That is pratyaha. When you are not on the threshold but looking outside, then it's called yama, niyama, asana, and pranayama. So pratyaha, we call antarama, and it is helping developing awareness, external and internal, but sometimes slowly they are withdrawing from the external to internal. So all the 5 parts of the pratyaha belong to your personal habits that belong to the external world. They have nothing to do with the deeper layers of your consciousness, and therefore it is said to this sutra that dharana, dhyana, and samadhi together constitute the internal disciplines. So where the discipline yoga starts. We sometimes study yoga anusasanam. Yoga anusasanam in the first chapters in samadhi yoga. Anusasanam, the discipline. And discipline of yoga comes when you are over mastery of this sayam, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. That means you are a master of yourself and you are actually entering the state of the discipline of yoga. So yoga is all about discipline. Discipline, the art of discipline. The art of discipline life. For me, if somebody asks me what is yoga, I say discipline of the life, where one can understand its own true nature, its own swarupa, own atma, and pure love, the truth. So that is the yoga. Sutra number 8. This is tadapi bahiranga nirvijas. Tadapi bahirangam nirvijas. Then that 3 state of the Trinity also external to the nirvija samadhi. So that we are going to study other time. So today will be this much. I would like to take the question answers for a few minutes. Anyone have any questions?
Yeah, but we are already in our sadhana, doing our sadhanas. We are already all doing our sadhanas, and we are acquiring each day new knowledge, new knowledge, new knowledge. But so it's just knowledge. What do we need this for? Because you should not change your asana every 2 weeks or like this, but maybe once every 2 years or never. But what are we doing with all this knowledge? Because now you give us our sadhana, you initiated us, and now we're doing this. We are already doing this. Now the knowledge comes extra. The intellectual knowledge comes extra. But is it, you can only change your attitude and your how you enter your sadhana, how you enter your meditation. That's how I think it's the only thing you can change. But what else are we going to do with this intellectual knowledge?
The intellectual knowledge is make the clarity of the buddhi. The intellectual knowledge is make you proper understandings. How to clarity of the buddhi, the intellect, the mana, and the breaths. So that is very important. That is what I said today. We need to have right understanding, clarity of the understandings, clarity of the minds, transparent of the mind is very important. Then more easier to attain the samadhi, more easier to have the dharana, then the dhyana, and that brings disciplines. Any others, any questions?
Yes, Swamiji. Is it possible to clear the vrittis with the bija sounds?
I can hear you.
I think now is better. You hear me?
Yes, yes.
Is it possible to clear the vrittis by using the bija sounds, the 50 bija sounds?
Yes, and there is many methods. You can declare it of the Chitta Suddhi, you can chant only Om. You can chant Vishnu mantra, you do Kriya Yoga, you do Pranayam. I will see there are many. But the thing is, we must believe and we must keep continuing. And we still are jumping so many methods, so many techniques, it does not going to help the Chitta Suddhi. So we have to pretty sure, yes, it is. But sometimes our mind does not allow us to keep continue the techniques. It doubts comes. And that the doubts, we should allow ourselves that during practice, during sadhana, that is very important.
Okay, thank you.
Maitreyi.
Swamiji, namaste. I think very important to have at home puja set and make puja. It's automatically to open heart and mind stay more calm. Puja, make puja, some water, stick, candle, and photo your guru, and make puja. It's spiritual practice and very easy, and it's very helping.
Good. And we,
Swamiji, I'm sorry. Today I'm not listening very well. The satsang. It's being hard to me. What because of the internet connection? Can you ask again?
yes. Can you speak again?
I'm having trouble listening to you and understand everything. I'm sorry. My internet connection is not good today.
Okay. But our internet now is better. So anyway, so what I said today, the essence of today's lecture is very important to trust, to believe, and not allow yourself the doubts during your sadhana about techniques, about methods for your dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Then you get the perfection of nisayam. And once you have the dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, then you can experience at the higher consciousness, not only that, and you can do all kinds of sadhanas, and that all sadhanas leads you to reach the destinations or to reach its goal of that sadhanas. So therefore, we supposed not to allow ourselves the doubts. We supposed not to allow the doubts ourselves. Where we are doing the dharana and dhyana and samadhi, the doubts does not make us any concentrations. So therefore, we keep the doubts outside. And so therefore, whatever techniques and methods you find, that you must be practice with the positive attitudes and without doubts. And you must believe, and I'll reach the destinations. So therefore, many people do spiritual practice in their life, but they never can attain samadhi, and they're not Atmagyan or Brahmagyan, because the doubts remain there. Doubts on the techniques, doubts on the methods, doubts on the master and guru, where they received. So therefore, it's not important the technique and methods, but it's important not to have doubts. It's very important to trust. It's very important because many people get the techniques, many people get the methods, and everybody using the same method, same technique, and become enlightenment, become attain samadhi, and experience Brahmagyan, Atmagyan. Why not we? The same method, same techniques, 1,000 million people became enlightenment, but why not we? Because we have not proper attitudes. We are not positive. We have doubts on the masters, on the techniques, on the methods. Why not practice Kriya Yoga? Why not do asana? Why not do pranayama, or antamona, or pratyahara, yoga nidra, bija mantras? We have so many doubts on this. They're not possible to attain that higher state of the consciousness. And they're not possible to dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, and not possible to our master of ourselves. The sayam. The sanjam is very important. So therefore, so the secrets of practice is to believe ourselves and our gurus who have received the techniques. Very, very important. So, thanks to all of you today. Let me pray for Santipat. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambha Tejase Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesabam Badarayanam Sutrabhasha Kritam Bandi Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Isvara Gururatmeti मूर्ति भेद विभागिनि व्यमवद व्याप्त देहाय श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। भोले बाबा की जय। महापराशक्ति महारानी की जय।
जय।
And Swami Sivan Maharaj ki jai. May God bless you all. And our Gurudev, Swami Sivan bless you all. Adi Guru Shankaracharya bless you all. Thank you. Hari Om.